is really interesting, right? Which is, and one of the many reasons I love you, right? I love you, is moral clarity, right? Sense of right and wrong, right? I'm someone who would like to think I have a lot of it, but I also get very lost in the, well, you know, if you need 76 seats and you need this and a little bit of this, the baking of the electoral cake, right? But do you think when it comes to how people vote, that because it's one person, one vote, they don't care about that wider cake? It's about, do I see what I believe reflected in a team and I'll endorse it, or I won't? Is that fair?
I think that is fair to say. But the reason I asked you where you think Anthony Albanese has compromised on is the one thing I will say that I admire wholeheartedly about the left, if there could be anything, is that they stand firm in their convictions. They haven't wavered on net zero, on climate alarmism, on their softness around immigration, and you're all a bunch of racists if you have that conversation. They have been very ideologically driven and they have stayed true to that. The biggest problem with the right arm of government, which by the way, historically has represented conservative values stretching all the way back to the days of Sir Robert Menzies, is because they did stand firm in their convictions. They did honour things like life, right? That's why we are generally pro-life. When it comes to things like abortion, like what Jacinta said, the most of us true conservatives don't believe that it's acceptable to terminate a baby in the late stages of life. We also believe in families, in the core values.
Is there any state in Australia where that happens?
Yeah, but there is. There absolutely is.
Is there any state in Australia?
Yes, there is. In South Australia and in Queensland, yes, there is. Go and look at the work of Dr. Joanna Howe and she will show you how many babies have been brutally murdered in the late stages of pregnancy. So the point I'm trying to make more broadly is that unfortunately under this current modern Australia of conservatism, they're flip-floppers, they're cowards. You've got guys like Alex Hawke and Tim Wilson and Julian Leeser. Oh, well, I'll say it. I'll apologise on their behalf.
Premier of Queensland, apparently.
And the Premier of Queensland. Yeah, let's all go and apologise on someone else's behalf who didn't need to apologise in the first place.
I love when everyone brings the cannons to a fight. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Ka-ching. Thank you very much, guys. Love you. Talk to you again next week.